had the king of triple doubles in college basketball. 12 of them. Kyle Collinsworth is with us on BYU.
One for every tribe of Israel. Let's go. What's up, Kyle?
Good. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Good. Good to be back.
Looking muscly, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
Always.
This
top
is
priority.
What he does.
Always.
Listen, I want you to know I have
I'm surprised you have a shirt on, frankly.
I have inherited that very thing into my life, Kyle.
Let's
My
go.
man. How's it going?
It's going well, man. You know, I'm an old man. I got to work harder to
Yeah,
try.
no.
I think about it every day.
Just think about it.
I think about it.
Keep thinking
I gotta start doing it.
It always starts with the thoughts.
Yeah.
Keep thinking,
Let's
keep
go.
thinking, then before you know it.
Well, speaking of thoughts, what do you think of BYU's hire of Kevin Young, guy who's my age, he's 42, relatively young in the coaching realm.
The heck?
Keep telling yourself that and everybody else, okay? What do you think of the hire of Kevin Young?
Love it, man. I was on the phone with him a couple nights ago talking. Elite hire. It's a new era at BYU, and you can feel it. There's just a new type of energy, type of development that's going to happen, and so I'm super excited. Just talking with him, he's got big plans. I can't say.
I know. It's been great to hear, but like
Tell us more about the conversation. What were you guys talking about?
What can you say?
He just has a development plan that if you're a recruit, you'd be foolish not to jump on. Because here's the reality. NIL is great. Yes, get your money. For sure, I get it. But everyone wants to play in the NBA. Everyone wants to play high-level basketball as a professional. So NIL has got to have some balance to where, like, sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice a little money for a better situation. And so I think where BYU may fit for some people is that, hey, I'll give up $50,000, $70,000, which in the long term is nothing if you're a professional player and you want to get there. So I think BYU will cut that little gap with the development program they're going to bring. And so I think that's a huge pitch. I mean, assistant in the NBA for that long. All the teammates I've played with that know him in the NBA, they love him. They haven't even played for him. They're like, yeah, love KY. I'm like, how do you know him? They're like, love the guy.
Reputation?
Yeah, just like everybody loves him. Just good energy. Like, people want to play for him, want to be around him. So.
Wow.
Give us a sense, having played in the NBA, of the role of like the #1 assistant on a team and sort of how ready they are for like a head coaching gig in college per se.
They're definitely ready, more ready than people think. Like, they are high-level decision makers, X and O makers in practice. They take different squads. They're running, you know, he's had summer league practice, being a coach. He's had tons of experience. So he'll definitely be ready. And the biggest thing they do is they learn to work with high-level players so good. Like, the NBA is such a, like, you're working with Kevin Durant, Chris Paul. Like, you can't just talk to those guys a certain way. You have to find a way that motivates different people. Every pro is different. Like, that let's go hurrah stuff with some people will just make him mad. Like, dude, be quiet.
We keep hearing like, yeah, it's all feel-goods, but he's got to win games. Like, why do you feel like he's going to win a lot of games at BYU, Kyle?
Because of where he's got himself today. You don't get yourself as a top assistant in the NBA with opportunities to be a head coach by not having a work ethic, a vision, and a determination just to get better each day. Like, you don't just get there. You know how many people want to get there? Just like being in the NBA. It's like, I saw a stat, there's less than 5,000 people ever to play in the NBA. And that includes like 10-day contracts, 2-way contracts.
It's that low?
It's that low, ever, all time. It's just like same
it's
thing.
It's 450 at a time.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's super low. It's like being where he's been, like how many people have been where he's been? Like, if you do the numbers, it would be extremely low. So
what's your sense of sort of what's happening in terms of assistant coaches, and obviously a high-profile recruit came in last night?
Yes, Brody. Just texted him last night. I'm excited for him. I think, to me, that was the #1 get of that class.
That's impressive.
I'm just going to say it. I think that's the #1 get.
Why do you feel that way?
Dude's a winner. I always look at people's records when they're in high school. Can you win? I'm not saying like you have to win a state championship every time, but like, are you getting there? Are you producing wins? To me, that's everything. If you're the man of a squad and you can't produce wins.
There are good players on bad teams all over the place.
Yes, but if you're that good, supposed to be, you could carry a team to semis, to the championship, have 18, 19, 20 wins in a high school season. So to me, he's got that mentality of like, we're going to win. We're going to find a way. So.
And it feels like that's the tip of the iceberg in terms of recruiting, that BYU is having an ambition that perhaps they had before, but perhaps they're executing at a higher level due to a newness now with the program.
Yeah, exactly. I like the formula personally. Like, we got to get every in-state cat. We'll lose a couple, right? Like Frank Jackson here and there. That I still think he should have came to BYU. Looking
Big picture?
Big picture. I really do. And that's what people have to think. Like, you can't just think college and NBA. Like, you got to think the next 10 years. I think he still.
You're talking post-basketball career and everything?
Yeah, post-basketball. Like, he's already in Europe, 4 or 5 years NBA. Yeah. He's already in Europe. Like, the NBA is done for him, and he's already moved past that window. And it's just like the connections. People understand the connections you make at BYU, like, still benefiting my life.
Kyle Collinsworth is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Great stuff. Speaking of pitches and recruiting, BYU's got a couple of high-level guys that were successful last year that are in the portal. And I know you've been a big proponent of people assessing their value and like seeing what's out there and maybe what's a better fit for them. Dallin Hall and Richie Saunders coming back to BYU would be massive. Doesn't feel like both are going to come back. In fact, Richie's
feels like Richie's
he's got the crystal ball
Kentucky.
projection to Kentucky. He's in Lexington right now. Dallin's on his tour of visits. What would your pitch to those guys be to come back to BYU to play for Kevin Young?
Well, Richie, I'd ask, do you want to come off the bench your whole career? Or do you want to develop into a main guy at BYU? Yeah, I think this first year, if he goes to Kentucky, he'll probably have the same role at BYU. But if Pope can get 5-star factory going, where does he fit in the next year? How old is he? Is he a sophomore?
He just finished his sophomore season.
Yeah, he'll be a junior this year.
So senior year, where is he going to fit in? Because he has to think about that. His senior year, he's on his way out, and Pope most likely will have 5-star, 4-stars coming in. So, again, it's like we got to look not just next year. I know he can leave again, but still, you don't want to, your senior year, for me, I don't want to just come to a new system because that can take a lot of momentum and mojo from you. So for him, I'd ask, what do you want? Do you want to develop into a starter, like a main guy, or do you want to be a role player? I think at BYU, he could develop into a top 2-3 guy by his, middle junior year, senior year for sure. With his work ethic, his just constant energy that we all love, I think he could. At Kentucky, not saying he can't. I'll never tell someone what they can and can't do, but like it's a lot harder. There's a lot more pressure for Pope to play the 4 or 5-star when he's a senior. Like if he's a senior, they got 4 or 5 stars coming in. Like if they don't play those guys, they're leaving. And so there's going to be that pressure built in for him for sure.
It's tougher too because, understandably, there's an idea that Kentucky's going to have big money. And so, in their NIL.
Yes,
so they'll be able to offer more financially. So now he's got to weigh that as well. Like if you had to advise players on, seeking out big money and your worth and all that, like how do you factor that in as well? Because, it's a very valid point. Come to BYU, maybe be a starter, but then the big money comes into play too, Kyle. So how do you balance that?
I'd say look at everything in a 5-year period. That's what's blessed my life so much. I look at things in 5 years, and I realize 5 years go so quickly. Like financially, right? Investing, like real estate, stock market, all this stuff, like your health. People are like, I can't do that. That's a long time away, right? 5 years, but it's not. 5 years is like that. So I tell him, look at where you are now and look 5 years ahead and just map it all out and do what's best for your next 5 years. So that's what I tell them. If you look now, big money, go. But is that going to help the next year and then the next year and the next year? And if it is, then sweet. See ya. Good luck. And so that's what I tell young kids is just, and everybody, look at a 5-year period of your life and just kind of map it out with some perspective.
When you were a freshman, we were calling your high school games. And Chris was a senior. And you barely spoke. Do you remember any of this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This interview, you've come a long way from that kid that was probably, what were you, 6 foot at the 5'11" at the time?
Yeah, even shorter, like 5'9". 5'9" freshman in high school.
We had fun with you and Chris in high school at iPro. It was a lot of fun. What are you up to now? What's your life like now? And are you officially retired from professional basketball, I assume? Oh, okay, look at you.
Most likely, yes, but not officially. I'll wait and see, but I'm selectively just kind of busy, but I'm not busy at all, which is good. I'm finding I got my one-on-one healthy coaching stuff I do, health coach.
You're a dad as well?
Dad, I got 2 kids. My son will be 3 in June. My daughter will be 1. So I do a lot of health coaching online. Got a 90-day program. I help people build personal programs. We have our basketball club, Defensive Love, in South Utah County, and then we do camps and trainings with that all over the place. Canada, Montana, Idaho.
That's awesome. And your brother Chris is the head coach at Provo now,
Provo
which
High.
is pretty cool.
Full circle, huh?
Had a good year this last year, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Crazy.
Coach Drury to now Chris Collins.
Yeah. Hey, Bulldog defense, bro. Let's go. Adam Law is an assistant on the baseball team, which is fun. Yeah.
Love Adam.
Had one of the biggest shots ever against Lone Peak to beat Ty Haws.
Oh, my gosh.
That was amazing.
What a shot. He's clutch. He's got that clutch gene.
Yes, he does. Well, I saw in the BYU cruise that Shay was on there. You guys going?
No.
Oh, you're not going?
We're not going.
Oh, she's not. Oh, okay.
2 young kids.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's just tough. Like getting mom to
You need me to call your parents?
getting mom to step away from a little kid, and it's just not happening.
Okay,
Which is good.
So based on your conversation with Kevin Young, I think everybody wants to know what BYU is going to try and do offensively, like schematically. So because it was like an NBA, it was pushing towards an NBA style last year. Shoot a lot of threes, like heavy on analytics. Kevin is a modern thinker.
The only thing that was missing was ISOs.
Yeah, okay. So what do you expect BYU to try and do when they get on the floor next year?
I think KY's smart. He'll wait and see who he's got. And I think that should be the answer. Like, who do we have? Do we have people that can go off the dribble and create for people? Do we need to have a fluid offense that moves the ball, you know, where we don't have a lot of, like last year, a lot of breakdown guys? So I think it depends. He'll play with some pace. He'll get guys opportunities to succeed in the offense, and it'll be a fun style of play. But exactly what style, I don't know yet, because I think it depends on the point guard position.
Sure. Oh, my gosh.
Yes, it does.
It's so important.
Dallin's decision is big, and if he doesn't come back, you still need another point guard with him. So
Yep,
yeah,
exactly. So I think that is the main factor, is that point guard position. Who are they going to have? Are they going to have a quick breakdown, get in the hoop guy that can create? Or, you know, more of it's just a run the show, always in the right spot, smart guy like a Ashworth at Creighton type guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, different style of point guard. So I think that will be the deciding factors, who they get.
Did you throw that out there just randomly, or
just randomly?
Great. Okay. Ashworth?
Yeah, I watched him a lot.
because we've been like, we would love Stephen Ashworth.
Yeah.
He's awesome, man.
No kidding.
Lone Peak kid. Yeah.
Hey, great to have you in Studio B, Kyle.
Good to be here.
Let's do it again soon, shall we?
6'6" Kyle Collinsworth, very different from 5'9" Kyle Collinsworth.
By the way, 100 push-ups a day. Do you break that up into like 50 and 50? How you doing, man? Are you 100 straight?
So
100 straight.
I do days where I'll do like 4 sets of 25, and then I'll have like a 10 set of 10 day.
Okay.
So if I want an easier day, I'll just do 10 sets of 10. What it really does for me is it like, if I'm feeling off or like kind of just, I do 10 push-ups and
Reset?
reset. I'm like, okay, like, let's go, get up.
So the space between how you get 100 doesn't matter.
No,
Just get 100
24 hours to do it.
Get
You
100
can do
in a day.
100 in a day.
Let's go, man. I can do that. I'm gonna do it.
Less reps, more sets, easier,
Yeah.
right? So
I'll text you
text me. Yeah,
that I'm doing it.
We'll
Or
get
not.
you going.
Let's go.
No, I want film recording. I don't want,
You're gonna be like, your arms are
Is
too
that
much.
an actual push-up?
yeah. I'm going to turn into Tony Perkis with you from heavyweights.
Let's go.
Kiss the ground, Joker boy.
Lunch has been canceled due to a lack of hustle.
Yep, no lunch for you, bud.